movement form that I developed over the years. It's like my baby, it's my creation, it's my passion. Quite similar to the Pilates and yoga experience, as in a typical body intelligence class is a mindful movement class. There's a lot of body awareness in it, and a very strong emphasis is alignment. There's always some strengthening, there's stretching, we do quite a lot of balancing using different props, slow movements, controlled range of motion. So the reason there's such a strong emphasis on alignment in my classes is alignment determines how you load your joints. So the way gravity acts on a joint is determined by the way you align yourself. And if a joint is not loaded properly, over time it becomes unsustainable. The wear and tear on that joint and the potential for injury is much greater when a joint is improperly loaded. Misalignment also wastes energy. A door that's not properly in its hinge requires a lot more force to close than the door that is properly aligned in its hinge and glides through the joint. The same applies to the body system. By changing your posture, by changing your alignment, you also have to kind of redefine your relationship with gravity. So if somebody, for example, has this kind of a posture, and over time I want to get them to have their shoulders over their pelvis over their ankles, they'll go from there to there. So the first time you get that adjustment, for a person with this kind of posture, it'll feel like they're going to topple over. So they have to rewire the entire system to feel like when they go into that position that there's actually equal weight between the heels and the balls of the feet. And it takes quite a while for the system to get used to that new position. In the beginning, you need somebody externally to correct you and correct you and correct you until it feels like, okay, that's my new comfortable, my new familiar. I have students in class who come because they repeatedly have to go to physio or chiropractor or an osteopath to help with recurring discomfort or pain. Over time, once they change their alignment, the recurrence of that pain is greatly reduced and sometimes disappears completely. There are lots of students who want some general strengthening, loosening up, mobilizing, whatever their systems require to feel more comfortable in their bodies, or just feel fitter, feel stronger and feel more aligned. The emotional benefits of body intelligence include calming the nervous system. So very often, especially during the stretches, remind people to really focus on a long, deep exhalation to calm the nervous system. Our emotional state has an impact on our posture and very often our movement as well. And I fully believe, after having taught for nearly 18 years, that the opposite does apply, because I see in students who've been attending my classes for a long time that their emotions are affected by their posture as much as their posture is affected by their emotions. So there are times during class when I encourage people to really focus their attention on specific body parts, for example, the weight distribution in their feet or the facial muscles, attention there. So it's a very kind of focused, kind of narrow attention. And then there are times when I encourage them to really broaden their awareness and let in as much sensory information as possible so that we learn to tune into both. Alignment correction then very often translates into a sense of more adaptability and more freedom, really. So the freedom of movement translates into the sense of more freedom of movement in life. I try to make the body intelligence classes as playful and fun as possible because I know that that is the easiest way to learn. The experience of teaching body intelligence is incredibly rewarding. I really feel unbelievably fulfilled after a class. In fact, I love my work so much that I'd rather work than not work.